A very good afternoon to all the students. So, in the last session, we have completed our discussion on the deletion of a node in the red black trees, where we have gone through 6 different cases, and there is a clear cut explanation on each and every case with a example, right? So, today we are going to discuss another topic, another new topic, which is called as splay trees. So, if somebody asks me what this splay tree is, it is nothing but a self-adjusted binary search tree. You are able to see this, right?
Yes, sir.
So, a splay tree is called as a self-adjusted binary search tree. We know what this BST is. BST stands for binary search tree, where the lowest elements will be placed as the left child and the greater elements are placed as the right child. So, we have gone through this binary search tree and various operations such as insertion, deletion and search operations that we can perform on the binary search tree. And there are so many trees or the advanced search trees that are dependent on the binary search tree. Could you please give me some trees that are dependent on binary search tree?
AVL trees.
Super, right? We have AVL trees, we have red black trees, right? And these AVL trees and the red black trees are also called as the self balancing or height adjusted BSTs. What is the reason for them to call as the height adjustable binary search trees? Self adjusted binary search tree or height balanced binary search tree. So, if you go to the discussion on the binary search tree, what could be the average case time complexity we have for the BST for any operation, whether it is search or insertion or deletion? What is the average time complexity?
Big O of height, sir.
Average case is big O of height and it can be big O of log n. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the worst case time complexity we have in the BSTs?
Big O of n, sir.
Big
It
O
is big O of n. Where we will come across this worst case time complexity in case of this BSTs? Whenever the elements are
Right
arranged
skewed.
in the ascending order or descending order, right? So, when we have this skewed binary trees, whether it is a right skewed or the left skewed binary tree, we will have the trees or the binary search tree that is constructed in only one direction. In such case, we call it as the worst case. Why? Because any operation that we perform on this right skewed binary tree or the left skewed binary tree will end up with a time complexity of big O of n. Right. So, this case, the worst case time complexity should be enhanced, or we need to optimize the worst case time complexity. For this purpose, they have identified the reason for why it is going to big O of n. We know that the answer is very simple one. Why? Because the tree is going to be extended in only one direction. So, the height of the tree is extended in a single direction. So, after identifying this problem, they have gone through different discussions and they have identified that we need to balance the height of the binary search tree in order to have the optimized time complexity, which is the case of big O of log n. Right. So, for this purpose, they have introduced the concept of AVL trees and red black trees. Both of them are self adjustable or height balanced binary search trees only, where the AVL tree is based on the concept of how can they adjust the height.
Rotations, sir.
It is rotations, but the concept is based on balance factors. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, in case of red black trees, how do you adjust the height of this BST or red black trees?
Rotations and coloring.
Rotations and coloring, but they are based on the concept of colors, red
Black.
and black, right? Actually, the answer what you have given is exactly correct only, but they include the recoloring concept as well as rotations, whereas the AVL trees, they depend on the balance factor, and if the balance factor is out of the range of this -1, 0 and +1, they will go for rotations. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, can anybody tell me what is the average case and the worst case of this AVL and red black trees?
Big of height.
Big O of log n. Right. So, the AVL trees and the red black trees, in both the worst case and the average case, they will perform with a time complexity of big O of log n. Right. So, we have achieved our goal. What is our goal? To enhance the time complexity, or to improve the time complexity from big O of n to big O of log n. That we have done by making use of this AVL tree and red black trees, right? But I am again discussing the another concept which is called as the splay trees. This is also given in the textbook or in materials, like this is also self-adjusted binary search tree. So, our aim is to enhance the performance of the various operations under the average case and the worst case worst case scenarios. We need to achieve a good time complexity such as big O of log n, that we have already achieved using this AVL and red black trees. So, why we are again going for this split trees is the reason behind this introduction of this split trees is they are also self-adjusted binary search trees. Therefore, they have all the advantages we have with other self-adjusted binary search trees such as AVL tree and red black trees. That means they will have the big O of log n time complexity for both the average and worst case scenarios. But here the split trees plays important role in implementing the concept of cache. Have you ever heard of this term cache memory?
Yes, sir.
What is the main purpose of cache memory? What is the purpose of cache memory? Why do we go for cache memory? We have this secondary memory, primary memory, RAM is there, ROM is there, but why again we are going for the cache memory? Any good answer?
Accessibility to the past.
High speeds are accessing.
Okay.
Sir, it's faster than RAM, sir.
Okay,
Access.
super high speed, but this is not the actual purpose why we have introduced the cache memory. I accept that cache memory has or they will work faster than the RAM or ROM, whatever it may be. But the main reason for implementing this cache memory is, you might be heard in the CO concept, right? The concept here is when you have some data which is frequently accessed, right? For example, I have some variable value. For example, let us take a pi value. Pi is equal to 3.14. So, if I keep it in secondary memory, the processor has to go all together to the secondary memory and they have to load it inside the main memory and then they have to execute it. All this takes a lot of time. So, the execution or the accessing of the value pi takes a lot of time. In order to reduce, but remember that this pi has been accessed in your program n number of times, or the pi is accessed frequently. In such case, it is unnecessary to put this pi value in the secondary memory, and whenever you access that pi value or whenever you have to read the pi value, it is unnecessary to go all around to the secondary memory and access it. So, what they have done is the frequently accessed values are kept inside a memory, a special type of memory which is called as the cache memory, right? So, this is the main reason for implementing the cache memory. the frequently accessed data will be kept inside the cache memory. So whenever, for example, assume that there is a copy in the copy of pi variable inside the secondary memory, and since it is frequently accessed, I just put the pi value inside the cache also. So assume that one instruction has to access the value of pi. So this time the processor does not go directly to the secondary memory. What it will do is, it will first initially check inside the cache memory. If pi value is there inside the cache memory, it will take the value from the cache memory so that it can access the pi value very faster when compared to that of going and accessing to the secondary memory. So this is the main reason for implementing the cache memory. The point here is, simple point, frequently accessed data will be stored inside the cache memory to improve the execution speed, or to improve the speed of execution of the program. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So there are some special practical problems or practical scenarios where you have to access a particular element most frequently, right? In such case, the implementation of such type of data records with the help of this play trees will be very beneficial. I will tell you the reason why it is very beneficial. But at present, you remember that even though we have the self-balancing or self-adjusting binary search trees such as the AVL and red black trees, we are again discussing the concept of split trees. This is also a special binary search tree. It is also a self-adjusted binary search tree, but it is applicable, or it is most suitable for applications where you need to access some particular data more frequently. So whenever you have more frequent access of some particular data records, it is better you store those records in the split tree mechanism. Right? Is it clear?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Even the average, the worst case time complexity will be around this big of log n only, right? But sometimes when you want to access the frequently accessed data members, it becomes big O of 1. That means we are going to achieve more efficiency in the time complexity of a search operation or an insert operation or a deletion operation. This everything we will discuss, not an issue, right? Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Right. So if somebody asks you what is the use of this split trace, means whenever we have some frequently accessed data members, it is better that you choose the split trace for storing the data. So whatever data that is to be accessed, that is kept as the root node, that is kept as the root node. So that process of placing a node as the root node is called as splaying operation. Very important. That is the reason why we call it as split trees, right? What is the extra operation we have to do here? Splaying, right? So what are the most frequently used operations we have in any of the trees we have discussed till now?
Insertion, deletion, search.
Insertion, deletion, search.
Right,
Search,
super.
search.
Right, we have the search and we have the insertion, and the third one is we have the deletion. These are the three frequently used operations in any tree. Any tree you consider, it is okay, right? But if you take a binary search trees, we have search, insertion and deletion. If you take AVL tree, we have search, insertion and deletion. If you take red black, we have search, insertion and deletion. If you remember the concepts of insertion and deletion or search operation in the AVL and red black trees, they are almost dependent on BSTs. Am I right or not? So the insertion
Yes,
operation of these trees, the balanced trees, is based on the binary search tree. The deletion operation on these red black trees and AVL trees is almost dependent on the deletion operations on the binary search tree. The same is the case with the split trees also. So any operation you take, whether it is the search, insertion or deletion, any operation you take, they are also similar to that of a binary search tree operation only. Search in split trees is equivalent to search in BST. Similarly, insertion in split trees is equal to insertion in BST. Same is the case, deletion in split tree is equal to deletion in BST. There is no doubt, but remember carefully. So if you take the split trees operations, so what are the operations we have discussed till now? We have search, another one is insertion. What is the third operation we have discussed?
Deletion.
Right. So these three operations are similar to that of the binary search tree only. But remember, very important point. So this search tree should be succeeded with another operation which is called as splaying. So after searching, you have to do the splaying. Similarly, insertion is followed by splaying. Similarly, deletion is followed by splaying. So every operation you take, whether it is search, insertion or deletion, after performing those operations, you have to perform one more operation which is called as the splaying operation. So in split trees, search is not a simple search operation. We have to perform the search as well as the splay. Similarly, insertion is not a simple insertion. Insertion plus splaying you have to do. Deletion is not a simple operation, just you delete it like that. So deletion plus splaying you have to perform. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
So every operation should be followed by this additional operation in the split trees which is called as splaying. So I told you about this splaying. What do you mean by splaying? What do you mean by splaying?
Making a node as roots.
Making a node as root is called as splaying. So once you search for an element, you have to perform the splay. That means you have to make that search element as the root node. Once you perform the insertion, you have to perform the splaying operation. That means the newly inserted element is inserted in a normal fashion as that of a binary search tree, but after that you have to perform the splaying operation where you are making this newly inserted node as the root node. Similarly, in the deletion operations, you delete it as it is in the case of the binary search tree, but once you delete it, you have to make its parent as the root node. We will see all these cases, but remember the important terminology we come across in these split trees. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So we have different applications, like most of the cases we make use of these split trees in the implementation of cache memory, right? And in some practical applications, these split trees perform better when compared to that of the other binary search trees or advanced search trees such as AVL trees and red black trees, right? And one more important advantage we have with these split trees is we don't require any additional information to store inside the nodes. So if you consider these AVL trees, what is the additional information you have to store inside the node?
Balance factors.
Balance factor. Similarly, if you consider the red black trees, what is the additional information you have to store at each and every node?
Colors.
Colors, sir.
Whether you have to store a 1 bit which represents a red, or you can store a 0 bit which represents a 0, black, right? So these additional information are required with respect to this AVL tree and red black tree, but such type of additional information is not at all needed in case of this split trees. Therefore we have some advantage in the space complexity also, right? So this AVL tree, if you take this, it has to store the balance factor. So if I have n nodes, I need to store n integer values separately. Similarly, this red black trees, if I have n nodes, n bits has to be stored to store this extra information in terms of this color. But here we are not going to store any additional information, so we have some advantages or some positive side on this space complexity also. So is it clear up to this point?
Clear, sir.
Right. So if it is clear, we will move to other concept. Right. Now we know what do you mean, what is playing is. What is playing?
Making a node as
Making a
root
node
node.
as root.
Making a node as root node is called as playing, right? So how do you perform this playing operation? This playing operation is performed by making use of rotations, right? But remember that these rotations are similar to that of AVL rotations only. So what are the different rotations we have in AVL trees?
Single and
Left
double
rotation, right rotation, LR and RL.
Yeah, first of all, tell me what are the imbalances we have?
LL imbalance,
LL imbalance, RR,
RR,
RL,
RL and
LR.
LR, sir.
So the same rotations are applied, but they are given some different names. That's it. Here we will call it as zig rotation, and another one is zag rotation, and another one zig rotation, zag zag, zigzag, zag zig. Like that, we have 6 different rotations. And what is the use of these rotations in split trees?
For balancing the heights, sir.
Is not for balancing. Remember that these split trees are not strictly balanced. They are not strictly balanced, right? As that of AVL trees, they are roughly balanced BSTs, right? So there is no concept of balancing of height. They are not worried about the height, right? So remember that these rotations are the operations that are used to perform splaying. So splaying is achieved by making use of rotations. That's it. So what type of rotations we have, all these things we will discuss with examples. Don't worry, right? So what is that rotations used for in splay trees?
For splaying, sir.
It is for splaying, right? Now we will see what are the various rotations we have in these splay trees. As I told that we have zig rotation, 6 type of rotation are there. The second one is zag rotation. Third one is zig rotation. Fourth one is zag rotation. What is the fifth one we have?
Zigzag.
Zigzag rotation. And last one is zig rotation. That's it. Simple rotations, right? I can assure you that these split trees are much more easier than the trees which we have discussed in the earlier cases, like AVL trees and red black trees. They are somewhat complex in nature, but these split trees are somewhat easier to understand the concept also, right? So these are the 6 rotations we have: zig zag, zig zag zag, and zigzag and zag zig, right? We'll see each and every case with an example. What is a zig rotation and what is a zag rotation? When we have to consider this zig rotation, when we have to consider the zag rotation, and all these things we will discuss, right? Remember that this zig rotation is nothing but rotating towards the right hand side. Zig is what? It is towards right hand side. Now zag is the other case where you have to rotate it in the left hand side. So left side rotation is called as zag rotation, right side rotation is called as zig rotation. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, what is this zigzag?
Right
Right
rotation.
and right.
It is right rotation. That means you have to perform 2 right rotations. That's it. What is this zigzag rotation?
Left.
Left. What is this zigzag?
Right left.
Right, sir.
This is right left. And what is this zigzag?
Left right.
Left, right, sir.
Left right. So these are the different rotations we have for performing the splaying operation in the split trace. Right. So we'll move through the examples. I will explain the zig rotation and zag rotation in the same slide. Let us take an example of a BST. As I told that this is a special case of binary ST, therefore whenever you explain the concepts of this plate trace, you have to carefully draw the binary ST, right? So is it a binary ST or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right. So now my operation is to perform search. Let us take that it is a search operation. Right. So I want to search 10. So what is that you will do in the binary search tree?
First, we will compare with the root nodes.
So the element, search element is to be compared with the root element. 10 compared with 20. Since the search element is less than the root element, you have to perform your search operation in the left side part of the 20. So I go to this node. Here I have compared this 10 with 10. So here I have found this search operation. That is, the search is successful. Am I right or not? I am
Yes, sir.
explaining these rotations with help of search operations. Don't get confused, right? So once you have performed the search operation, what is that you have to do? You have to perform the splay operation. Every operation, whether it is search, insertion or deletion, it has to be followed by the splay operation. So splaying is nothing but
Making node as root node.
making a node as root node. So in which rotation you have to perform, you will get a confusion, right? So you identify where this 10 is located. This 10 is located as the left child of the root node. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this becomes the child and this becomes the father or parent, whatever it may be. So 10 is the child node and father of this child node 10 is 20, which is the root node. Listen carefully, which is the root node. So if it is not the root node, then you have to consider the grandfather also. So only 3 generations you have to consider. One is the grandfather, and the second generation is father, and the third generation is child. So in this particular case, you have to, in this particular case of split trees, you have to consider only 3 generations: child, father and grandfather. So why we are taking only up to father in this case of zig rotation? Why? Because the child that you are going to search is the child of the root node. Since it does not have any father, this child 10 does not have any grandfather. So we are not considering the last generation, the first generation. Let me take this as first, and this is second generation, and this is third generation. So we are taking only 2 generations, that is the child and the father. So you have to identify where this child is located to the father, to which direction it is located. So where is this child? Is it the left child or right child?
Left child.
Left, sir.
Left child. So in order to make this particular 10 as the root node, in which direction you have to perform your rotation?
Right, sir.
Right.
In the
sir.
right direction. So if it is a right direction, what is that rotation? We are calling it as zig rotation.
Zig.
So after rotating it towards the right hand side, what happens here? 10 becomes the root node. And what happens to the left child of 10? The 5
Five, sir.
remains
Five,
as it
sir.
is. What happens to the right child?
20, sir.
It is 20. And you can draw these nodes as it is, 20, 25 and 30. Now what happens to this 13?
Left child of 20, sir.
Yeah, left child of 20, very good. So previously it is the right child of 10, but once you make a rotation, the right child of 10 becomes the left child of the previous root node, which is this one. Now is it a binary search tree or not? Is it still maintaining
Yes,
the
sir.
property of binary search tree? Yes, it will
Yes, sir.
maintain. Right. Now we have performed the splay operation by making use of the zig rotation or right rotation. Right. And for example, if you want to perform the search of 10 again, how many memory accesses you are performing, or how many operations you are performing, or how many comparisons you are performing?
Only one, sir.
Only one comparison. So now what is the case? What is the complexity here?
Big of
Of
1.
sir.
Big of 1. So this is how the splay trees perform better when compared to that of the AVL trees and red black trees. So once you make any operation, you perform search, you perform insertion, you perform deletion, you assume that the next operation is being performed on the same element. So that is the reason why you are making that element to be placed as a root element, which we are calling it with a special name called as splaying. So once you perform splaying, the element that is presently operated will become the root element. So next time when you want to access the same element, then you can access it using big O of 1 time complexity. Is it not improving the time complexity?
Yes, sir. It is improved.
Right. Super. Now we'll go for another rotation which is called as zag rotation. So you should not write it as left and right when you are giving your examination, right? The terminology, as I told that whenever you learn a new language, whether it is a programming language or any natural language, you first understand the terms, you first make yourself convenient with the terms. Terminology is very important, right? So never use the term left and right in the splay trees. Instead of that, you have to use the zig and zag terminology. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let us take the same BST again. Or else you can include one more element also. Nothing wrong in it. Right. Now if I want to search 25, what is that you have to do? You have to perform it as if you are doing a normal search operation in the binary search tree. So 25 compared with 20, the root element, since 25 is greater than the root element, 25 is we have to search in the right hand side. Again in the next node, 25 is compared with 25, therefore we got a match. But this is not enough in the splay trees. Once your search is successful, you have to perform the splay operation. For performing the splay operation, you have to identify which rotation is to be performed. For identifying which rotation has to be performed, you have to first of all check the direction in which the search element has been placed. So where is this 25 placed?
Right, sir.
Right
It is
of
placed as the right child of root node 20. Here also we will consider only two generations, child and father. Right. So since the child is attached as the right child of the root node, we have to perform a left rotation in order to make this 25 as the root node. Is it clear? Now tell me what happens to the root node.
25 roots.
It is 25. What is the right child of 25? It remains
37.
30 itself. What is the left child of the
20?
25? It is 20. And what happens to
10.
this? It is
10, sir.
10, and 5 remains as the left child and 13 remains as the right child of 10. And what happens to this
22
22? 22
Right
becomes
of 20.
the right child of 20. Right. So this type of rotation is called as zag rotation. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now we'll move to other case. What is the third case we have discussed?
Zig, zig,
Zig, sir.
Zig means
right and right.
right rotation. Right. So whenever you want to perform two right rotations, you should consider the three generations. That means the element which you are going to search does not have its father as the root node. The child nodes, the search element's father is not the root node. So in that case,
Grandfather.
it will have definitely the grandfather. So if you have the grandfather, you have to consider the three generations: grandfather, father, and child. Right. So let us take an example. Let me take a new one. It is 8. Let me take it as 9. Let me take it as 5. 17. Let us take it as 12. 25. You can extend further also, not an issue. Let us draw. Nothing wrong in it. Right. Is it a BST?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now my aim is to search an element 5. Right. So you start comparing the element 5 with the root node. 5 is compared with 10. 5 is less than 10, therefore go to its left hand side. 8 is compared with 5, go to its left hand side. 5 compared with 5, here I have found the element. Right.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
what is
sir.
that you have to do here? After this you have to perform the splaying of 5. So what is that you have to do? In order to identify or in order to splay this 5, you have to check whether to which direction the node, the search element has been placed. Right. Here the 5 has been placed as the left child of 8, but this is not a root node. Right. So if it is not a root node, you have to consider one more generation, that is the grandfather. Right. So the grandfather need not be a root node. Here also it need not be a root node. But in order to express or in order to explain the concept of zigzag rotation, I am just telling it. But whenever you insert, whenever we discuss the concept of insertion, we will see what happens if the grandfather is not a root node. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here you can observe that the 5 is placed as the left child of 8 and 8 is the left child of 10. So this is something like left of left. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So you have to perform the two zigzag operations. Why? Because it is the child node 5 is placed as the left of 10. Therefore, you have to perform two right rotations. In this case, one important point you should always keep it in mind. In this case, where we have this LL and RR, in the next case we will discuss the zigzag rotation. So, in the case of LL, the rotation should always be from the grandfather only. Right, is it clear? So, if it is a symmetric type of imbalance, right, left of left, so it is asymmetric. So, the child node is placed as the left child of parent and the parent is also the left child of grandfather. So, in such cases you always have to perform the two rotations starting from the grandfather. So, once I rotate towards the right hand side with respect to the grandfather, what is that I will get here?
8 becomes,
8 becomes root node.
8, 5 and 9. Sorry.
10, sir.
So, it becomes 10 and the remaining 3 lies as it is. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
What happens to this 10? 10's left child is
Left child will
9.
be 9.
9.
This is one zig rotation we have performed. And again you have to perform another zig rotation in order to make this 5 as the root node. So, what is that I will get after performing this another zig operation? I will
5
get
becomes root node.
5,
Sir.
8, 10, this is 9, 17, 12, 25 and am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
you can observe here that we are extending our tree in one direction, something similar to that of skewed binary tree. It's not exactly skewed. Why? Because? Is it a skewed?
No, sir.
No, it
No,
is not
sir.
skewed. Why? Because we have these nodes, right? Skewed means it will be extended only in one direction. So, it will become, the complexity will become like big O of n. But in this case, it may not be big O of n, right? For example, 9, searching for a 9 and searching for 12. All these cases we won't get the big O of n. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And somebody has told me that the height is balanced, right? Splaying is not used to balance the height, it is used to make the element as the root node, right? So, if it is clear, we will move to the other one.
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Zag rotation. Can you give the previous diagram? 10, 8, 5, 9,
10,
10, 8,
8,
5,
5, 9,
9,
17.
17, sir.
17,
Left of 17, 12, sir.
it is 12,
25,
25,
30.
right. So, in this case, I am going to search for an element 25. So, the same process for the BST has to be continued. 25 compared with 10 greater than, therefore, go to its right hand side. 25 compared with 17 greater than, therefore, go to its right hand side. Here I have found it. So, after finding the element, after successful search, what you have to do is, you have to check whether the parent of this 25 is the root node or not. Right, it is not a root node. Therefore, you have to go for its parent also, grandfather. Grandfather of 25 is 10. So, in this case, you have to perform, or you have to consider 3 generations. One is the grandfather, second one is the father, and the third generation is the child. So, since 25 is placed as the right child to his father, and that father is also the right child to his father, that is grandfather, this is an RR we should not say it as imbalance, but this is a RR type of thing, right? So in such case you have to perform the splaying operation by making two left rotations, and these two left rotations, the first left rotation should start from the grandfather only, not from the parent, right? So grandfather is given importance in this type of symmetric imbalances, that is RR and LL, right? So when I want to rotate the tree or rotate the splay tree with respect to the grandfather in the left hand side, in the left hand side direction, it is called as zag. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what happens to the tree once I perform a zag operation with respect to the grandfather? 17 becomes the
17
root node, and what happens
10.
to the left child? It
10
is
will be
10,
left child,
and
sir.
it is 8, and it is 5, and this is 9. 17 towards right hand side is 25 and 30. What happens to this 12? It is placed as the right
Right
child
of
Right of 10.
we have performed only one zag operation, and now we have to perform another zag operation like this. So it becomes 25
25
and
root
30.
30.
This is 17, this is 10, this is 8, 12, 5 and 9. So this is a case of zag rotation. So remember the term that if it is a symmetric, if you are having a symmetric relation means right of right. In such cases you have to perform the rotations in the opposite directions, but it is with respect to grandfather. This is very important point, you should keep it in mind with respect to this split trees. Is it clear up to this point?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So we'll go for the other type of rotation, zig zag rotation. So by looking at this zigzag rotation, what do you understand? It is analogous to
Right, left.
zig is right, super.
Right, left.
It is right left. So first of all you have to perform the right rotation, therefore it should be placed as the left child. Am I right or not? Don't get confused. And after that you
Yes,
have
sir.
to perform the left rotation,
Right.
therefore the child should be the right. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So let us take another example, like less than 12. Is it a BST or not?
No, sir.
Where it is violating?
Sir, 15 is less than 16, no, sir.
Okay. So let me put this as 17. Is it okay now?
Sir, and 12, 11, 14 also less than 16, sir.
Okay, I got it. So instead of doing all these things, 10. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I want to search for an element which is 12. 12. Right. So my task is H of 12. So in this case, you perform the normal BST H operation, 12 compared with 10 greater than compare 12 with 17 small than. Here I got the such as successful. So after such successful, you have to perform splay of 12. In order to perform the splay of 12, what you have to do? You have to find the position of the child node, that is 12 position you have to find out. 12 is placed as left child of parent, am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And this 17 is placed as the right child of grandparent. What is this type of imbalance we have?
LR
LR
imbalance.
imbalance.
Super, right? So don't get confused. So this is a case of LR, right? Remember, see here, this is a symmetric relation, right? It's not LL. LL is called as symmetric. This is for our understanding only. Nowhere you will get it, right? And similarly, RR. These two are called as symmetric relations. Why? Because the child is following the same properties as that of the parent. So if the child is the left child, the father is also the left child of the grandfather, right? But here we have this asymmetricity. The child is left of the right child of the grandfather. So in such case, rotation is always required with respect to parent. In this case, you have to rotate with respect to father. Listen carefully, don't get confused, right? So the 12 is placed as the left child of 17. So what is the rotation you have to perform?
Right rotation.
Right rotation. But that right rotation, the first right rotation, which is called as zig rotation, has to be performed with respect to father. So preference has to be given to the father if it is a asymmetric relation. But preference has to be given to the grandfather if it is a symmetric relation. So after performing the right rotation or the zig rotation over the parent 17, what is that I will get here? This remains as it is. Am I right or not? 10, 7, 1 and this 9
right
remains. So this becomes 12 and the right child is 17 and this is 25 and this is 35. So what happens to this one? 11. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
What happens to 14?
Left of 17, sir.
Left of 17. Now we are done with only zig operation. Now you have to perform the zag operation. That means left rotation you have to perform here, not here. Left operation you have to perform with respect to the parent only, right? So the parent of 12 is 10. So when I perform the left rotation, what is that I will get?
12 becomes root.
12 becomes the root node and the right child of
17.
things remains as it is, right? And this becomes 10, 7, 1, 9. What happens here?
11.
11, sir.
Right. So here the 12 has been made as the root node. This is what splaying is. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Clear, sir.
So the last example we have and the last rotation we have is, what is that one?
Zag zig.
Zig rotation. As I told that zag zig is nothing but left
Left, right.
right rotation. So it should be in the opposite direction, right? Right child of left. That means this is RL imbalance which we have discussed in the ABL trees, right? So let us take the example here. 10. Could you please give me the previous one? 7. Okay, I have it. No problem. 1, 9. Here I
17.
17,
17.
12,
sir.
It is 12. 11 I
Left
think. Right?
is 11, sir.
11.
11, 14, sir. 14,
14. And we have
25.
25, 30,
and
35, sir.
right. So if I want to search for 9 here, let me take one more thing. 1 is the last one. Let me keep minus 2. What is there in it?
0.
0 or 1, minus 1, minus 2, anything is possible. So if I want to perform a search on 9, as a normal search operation in the BST, you compare this 9 with 10, less than, go to its left hand side, compare 9 with 7, greater than, go to its right hand side, and here we have this 9. So after search is successful, you have to perform the splay of 9. You have to make 9 as the root node. So in order to perform splay on 9, you have to check what relation is there. So 9 is placed as the right child of the parent, and that parent is placed as the left child of grandfather. So this is something, what is this relation? RL, right of left, right. So 9 is placed as the right child of left child of 10. Therefore, it is a RL relation. As I told that this is a asymmetric relation. When you have the asymmetric relation, you have to perform 2 rotations. That is zag, which is, what do you mean by zag? Left.
Left rotation,
And that should be done with respect to father or parent,
father,
not with the grandfather, right? So once I perform the zag rotation, what is that I will get? 10 remains as it is, and let me draw this right hand side first without any confusion. And here the 9 has to be moved
9
towards
becomes
its left hand side. Therefore 9 here and 7
7,
here,
1,
1 here
1,
and minus 2.
minus 2.
And this is the completion of zag. Now I have to perform another zig operation. Zig this direction. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Now the
Yes,
tree
sir.
becomes 9, it is 10, and let me draw the right hand side to avoid the confusion or to avoid the mismatch. Now 9's left child remains as it is. Okay, 7, 1 and minus 2. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
So this is a zag zig rotation. So we have 6 type of rotations in this play trees. One is the zig, another one is zag, followed by zig zig rotation, followed by zag zag, and then we have zigzag, and last one is zag zig. Everything we have explained it with examples also. Right. So is it clear up to this point?
Clear, sir.
So in
Clear,
today's
sir.
session we have discussed the introduction part to the split trees. What actually are the split trees? Why we are going to the split trees, though we have the height balanced trees or binary search trees we have like AVL trees and the red black trees, but still we are going to the new concept of split trees. The reason is whenever we have the frequently accessed elements, it is better you keep those elements as the split trees such that at each and every operation you perform, whether it is a search, insertion or deletion, it is followed by a splay operation where you are just moving the element towards its root, or you are making it toward a root element, right? So when you perform the splay, the frequently accessed element or the recently accessed element will be placed as the root node. So in the next search or insertion or deletion operation, if you want to go for the search operation, right, if you want to search the newly inserted element, you can easily access it. Why? Because that element is placed as the root node, so it takes only big O of 1 time complexity, right? So for this purpose they have introduced this split trees, and Splaying is a mechanism where you make a node as the root node of the tree, and every operation, such insertion and deletion, is followed by a splaying operation. And for performing the splaying operations, we have 6 type of rotations: zig, zag, zigzag, zagzag, zigzag, and zagzag. Everything we have explained with examples. So this is end of today's session. So in the next session, we will discuss the concept of insertion of a node in the splay trees, and if time permits, we will also discuss the deletion of node from the splay trees. Very simple concepts. If you know these rotations, it is a very simple concept, right? So that's all for today's session. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.